All right, kids, today we are going to learn how to draw the Fibonacci spiral on some blank graph paper. And some of you might already have the one that we started for you. So the very first steps are going to just be how I'm going to get to here. Okay. So the very first thing that you're going to do is you are going to take your graph paper and a pencil, and you're going to start in one of the corners, and you're going to go up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going to come over 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to make a dot right where the 8 by 12. If I had drawn an 8 by 12 box, this dot's going to be my very first starting point. Okay, so from that starting point, I am going to make a box. I'm going to just highlight one of the squares, basically just trace around it. That is my first square. You don't have to shade yours. I'm going to shade it in just so you can see the process that I'm going to go through. Okay, so in this process, what you're going to be doing, because we're trying to draw basically a spiral figure, is we are going to be going like around in a circle. Okay, so this is our very first box. Next to it, I'm going to draw another box because the Fibonacci sequence starts with 1 plus 1. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So then I'm starting here, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to just keep on circling around. So then this is 1, 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I'm going to draw a 2 by 2 square. So we're basically going around in a circle. So we went from here to here to here. Next is going to be here. And because now 2 plus 1 is going to be 3, I'm going to make a 3 by 3 square. Okay. Now 3 plus 2, that's going to be 5. So I'm going to come down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go across and make that square. So it should be a 5 squared box. And now we continue to keep on going. 5 plus 3 is now 8. So now this side, I'm going to draw 8. So you can tell why we started where we started, so we can have enough space to actually draw like an 8 by 8 square here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't have to make your lines so dark. I'm just trying to make sure that you can see them on the screen. I would definitely recommend to use a pencil here though, because if you do mess up, you want to make sure that you can fix it. So we have 1 plus 1 was 2, 2 plus 1 was 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 was 8, and now 8 plus 5 is going to be 13. So now I'm going to still keep on going, so I'm still going around. So this is now going to be 13. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's going to be this square. And now finally 13 plus 8 is actually 21. And so now I'm going to count 21 squares. This last box is going to be 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is just step 1 of just drawing the actual boxes. So you can see that up here I have more space. The reason I started this box here is because if you are using this smaller graph paper that we gave you, this would fit on this graph paper a little bit better. But if you're on the graph paper that we have in your math packet, you probably could have shifted it up a little bit. But either way is fine. So in this Fibonacci spiral, or this Fibonacci drawing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a spiral. And so what happens is you have to think about how you drew your picture, and so it goes from 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. That's how you're going to draw it. And so when you're drawing a spiral, essentially what you're going to be drawing is in each box, you're going to have a diagonal curve that goes from one corner to the other that makes like a curve, right? So I'm going to start at my very first box, and I'm going to start at you're not going to be able to proceed in that one just because I had shaded it in, but essentially you curve through each middle of the box. And so like you'll be able to see it right here on the second one. So I'm starting at right in between, like where it's 1, 2, and the 3 boxes touch basically. And you're making almost like a diagonal, but because we're making it a spiral, we want it to be a curve. You're going to make a curve that goes all the way around, or like all the way across your box from one diagonal corner to the other. Make sure you're doing this with a pencil though, because it's very easy to mess up. So from one corner to the other, so I'm going from this corner to this corner, and I know that because it's just continuing it on, and it's just going to be a big spiral. Now from this box, I'm going to just continue it. And if when you look at it, it's not like the curviest of spirals that you want it to be, just sketch it and then erase what's messed up. Like that was too straight, so now I curved it a little bit more. And so you can actually see the spiral happening. And now this one is going to go from one corner to the other. It's just a lot bigger, right? And so this is the Fibonacci spiral. On some of my drawings, like for instance, this one. So on this drawing, you can see the Fibonacci spiral. However, what I did is I actually have a double spiral. And so how you make a double spiral, this spiral so far has gone all the way to the outside of the boxes. Another thing that you can do is you can draw the inside spiral. So the inside spiral, instead of going on the outside, what you're going to do is you're going to go on the inside of the spiral. And so you start at the exact same place that you started, except this time you're just touching you're connecting with little curves the insides of where the boxes touch. So if you look at that, you can see, so I'm like touching on the other corners of the box. So like right here, here's a corner that I haven't touched yet. So I went from this corner of the 5x5s. Now I'm going to connect that to the 8x8 corner, and then I'm going to go to the 13x13 corner. And I'm going to go to the 21x21 corner. So you can see it's just a really small spiral, but what it actually created was this big double spiral in between. So it has two spirals, but it actually looks like a spiral. So that's how you can do the Fibonacci spiral on graph paper. Try it out, decorate it, post us a picture on Google Classroom. We'd love to see what you come up with. Have fun with it, and happy Fibonacci Day.